I'll be passing the mic over to Jeff.
So, again, we are here. You guys are a lot of here regarding the Carlos Montes. Regarding Carlos Montes issue. Again, as you guys all have heard, so you guys all have heard that there's people here on behalf of Carlos Montes. I think what we're hearing is not what we're voting on. Carlos' history, his past of this meeting is very strong. And that's not what we're voting on. We're voting on the current issues that Ms. Ortiz has brought up. We are not questioning his past, his history. We're voting on the board issue that's right now. Yes, there's a lot of people of us, just like him, don't agree with each other. But there's an opinion. So I want you guys to understand on this board, it is not what we're voting on his past, because his past speaks for itself. I think we're voting on how the board has felt with him. And I want you guys to understand it, and I want them to understand that that's what we're voting on. Again, Carlos is a very well-respected person, but again, just like some have said, we never agree on some issues. But that's the bottom line. Okay, now that's my comment.
Good afternoon, good evening, Ojeda. The first time I heard about the neighborhood council was to visitor's office, and they suggested me go to one of their meetings and see what I thought. I went to one of the block meetings, and the meeting was almost over, and I raised my hand and I was trying to make a comment. I was never able to make that comment because I didn't know how these things work. I left the meeting 3 weeks after. I ran into this gentleman on the streets, and he waves at me from afar, approaches me, and he introduces himself. It's Carlos Montes, and he says, "I'm sorry you couldn't speak, but you should come to our meetings." Gave me the whole information on the neighborhood council, invited me to the office, gave me a couple of flyers, and really encouraged me to come to the meetings and see what it was all about and maybe join them. So my whole point is that if this guy went out of his way to reach out to a random person, that's me. Here I am. So that's what I have to say.
In Carlos Montes' letter, he refers to an email that was sent on July 22nd, 2015, where he expressed his opinion on a certain board member. On that day, that email was forwarded to me because he was referring to my stance in terms of that election, or in terms of that appointment. And at first, I was taken aback because at one point, I had never, during a board meeting, has Carlos approached me about his concerns. And he has his right to his own opinion, and his past is incredible. And I want to respect him. My own uncle, who just recently passed away, is my dad in La Rocha. He helped found the dementia, and my family has very strong roots in the walkout as well. And as a resident of Boyle Heights, born and raised, going to public schools and private schools within Boyle Heights, I know the issues in education. So the fact that Carlos accused me of false allegations of never attending a public school in my life, in that email, and other false accusations was hurtful. But also, what was hurtful is the fact that he violated the Brown Act over email by discussing this type of decision. And he can shout to the world whatever his opinion is in public. I really don't care. But when he does that in private and in secret and doesn't let me know up front how he feels, then that's not part of the democratic process.
Fellow board members, first of all, I want to, say that we wasted an hour and 33 minutes just sitting here, hearing all these people, talk about Mr. Montes. Honestly, I feel like we wasted our time here because there's other resources that we need to be discussing within the community. Our personal, opinions should be left out the door. I don't care, we don't all have to be friends here, but when we stay here, we have to have a character and we're the voice for the community. So I mean, an hour and 33 minutes, why am I here? Am I here to discuss my personal opinions against, I don't know, Anthony because he has no political views? Or am I here for my community? Because I need to know so I can resign my seat. I'm not going to be here and just waste my time and not express or hear my community. We all have different opinions and how we say in Spanish, cada cabeza es una persona. We're not going to agree no matter what. So you guys know Carlos is very inspirational to me. And possibly, I'm really good friends with most of you guys here. Like I said before, we don't have to be friends. We don't have to agree at all. We don't even have to say goodbye or hi once we leave that door. But what we do need to do is focus on our community and do what's best for our community. Not just because we're here, we're going to try to, get away with some stuff and be like, oh, there's a new development coming in. That person approached me myself. Oh, they sweet talked me. I'm going to vote for them. No, we're doing the things for the community. So, I mean, this is ridiculous for me. I mean, I'm the youngest one here, and it's really pathetic for me to be here right now if we're just going to discuss this issue. If we're not going to even, go to the other items, why are we here? What's the purpose of us being here? So, and I also want to address the community. Thank you so much for being here.
Buenas noches. Esto que se está discutiendo aquí, ¿cómo me gustaría a mí que yo no le veo un gran problema a esta situación? Simplemente a veces me da tristeza porque siendo una mesa nosotros directiva del concilio, ¿qué es lo que está pasando con nosotros? Eso lo debemos de discutir a puerta cerrada nosotros, no dejarlo salir afuera para que la gente no se dé cuenta de lo que está pasando entre nosotros, porque esto no es un problema grave, simplemente se presentan las personas a las cuales está suscitando el problema y se puede haber una solución. ¿Por qué? Porque no es un problema grave y esto no se debe dar cuenta a nadie, nada más nosotros en la mesa directiva. Yo pienso que aquí en la mesa directiva debe de haber unas 2 personas encargadas como comité cuando se esté cometiendo cualquier cosa que no entendamos, pasarlos a ellos para que ellos aclaren toda la situación y queden en paz como amigos, como familia que somos, porque eso es lo que hacemos. Somos una familia que estamos luchando para nuestra comunidad. Así es que a todos ustedes sinceramente les pedimos disculpas como la mesa directiva que somos de esta mala impresión, de esta situación que se está afloreciendo y nosotros no queremos que siga trascendiendo. ¿Por qué? Porque esto es como nosotros como que somos unos ignorantes. Yo a mi vez, yo el inglés no lo entiendo, pero yo no me capacito como una persona ignorante. ¿Por qué? Porque yo entiendo mi cultura y sé lo que está suscitando aquí y esto no es grave. Hay que aclarar las cosas como humanos que somos y darnos la oportunidad porque la merecemos todos nosotros. Muchas gracias.
just wanted to emphasize the fact that it's an in-house problem and he feels we should take care of it in-house privately. confirmation. I do want to remind the board that we are focusing on the issue of Mr. Montes and the claims against them. And I just want to, I want to remind the board that there's a lot of politics in what we have to do, and unfortunately, sometimes it gets a little ugly, and we might not always agree with one another, but at this point in time, the statements that have been made against Mr. Montes have been surprising to me, because I didn't expect Carlos to kind of secretly have his own agenda pushed forward and not necessarily agree with others. I mean, he says that he wants to have everybody express their opinion, and that's great, but when it's against him, it's never okay. And that's what I kind of wish the public would see during our meetings, that if it's not with him, then you're against him. And that's something that I just want to leave at that, and hopefully the board will see that.
First of all, welcome for being here tonight. My name is Rafael Chagoya. I just want to say that I wish the statements were false, but they're not. I understand all the friends that want to support and are supporting Mr. Montes, but what has been written in the petition, it's all true. None of us would be supporting something if it wasn't so. I'm here because I want to work for my community. I've been here since 1979. I served in the U.S. Army, even though I wasn't here. I was a worker because I love my country, I love my community of oil lands. And I will always serve my community to the best of my ability. And with that being said, I'm always for and to work for the people. Not only has Ms. Ortiz endured these type of situations, but myself have also endured that. And I will quote an email I wrote as evidence. On August 28, 2015, during board meeting, in open meeting, again, during the discussion of an item, Mr. Montes became very aggravated when the things were not going the way he wanted. I very respectfully asked him to thank you, Mr. Montes, hinting at him to please end his remarks because we were running late as it was. And his remarks back to me, yelling at the top of his lungs, where you are nobody here to tell me what to do. Now, I wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't true. We are doing this and giving this process a fair process. And we are here working for you. Y también hablamos español. Cuando quieran, tengan alguna pregunta, pueden sentirse con la confianza de venir conmigo y yo los voy a ayudar de la mejor manera posible. Gracias.
As a board member, and proud community member of Godoy. We are here to represent all of you, our community, and you have spoken and you have told us, what we'd like to see, and that's all. And thank you very much for coming.
Good evening, board, members of the community. I'm Phillip delPozo. I've been on the board for a couple of years here now, and all on it for the statement here. I have to state that since the last election of our current executive board, I have noticed that Montes has been slowly showing some negativity to the members. I was hoping that he would buckle up down and just help, since the first year of this term was under his direction. It seems to me that Carlos has been generating some negative feelings to the new president and to the treasurer. I am a community member for the Budget and Finance Committee. I have noticed that Carlos does not let down on Fanny Ortiz during her meetings. We are trying in every way to get items passed properly so that we could allocate funds to the requesting groups needing help in the neighborhood. He tends to make negative outbursts instead of presenting positive encouragements or ideas during the meetings. I feel that during our general board meeting, he tends to try to dig up matters to disrupt a smooth running meeting for the community. I have seen his inability to present his comments at a proper time or manner during the meetings. I have seen his request to the public on social media to put the current president and board down in a disruptive way. I believe that he has lost the meaning of being a team player for our current board, and this is not helping the community. Thanks for listening to me. I wouldn't be doing a good request here, and I'm going to sign what I have just stated so it can be put in the file.
Poza-Mora. I was the one that had actually nominated him to run as president, but I did see leadership skills in him and saw opportunity that really could have seen all this capability of bringing the community together. It is sad that one of the issues we're having is possibly just probably a misunderstanding that just got out of control. And it's disappointing because I think as a group, we all have something to bring to the table. So it's disheartening to know that it comes down to this.
Good evening, Margarita, Amador, and it's no secret I'm not a fan of Carlos at all whatsoever. However, as a resident, long-time resident of this community, I joined because I have a passion for what is best for the entire community, rather than for the majority of the community. And although I don't care for Carlos, and I'm going to continue to say that, obviously he has, support here. And I believe that the issues that are being, addressed here, I personally have had encounters with Carlos. I think his demeanor and how he talks to, at least specifically women, is uncalled for. However, the issues that are on the petition, I believe they can be, worked through either through mediation. So again, I am here and I will support what the community is asking for. But saying that, again, you're not here to like each other. So I don't like Carlos, but I will support
Good evening, my name is Nicole. Again, thank you those offers. And like Mongo said, if there's a way to do mediation on this, if there's a way to come to the table and take a class or something, or do a meeting of some kind where we have another training session and we sit here, we talk it out, and we're not going to yell at each other. We're not going to interrupt people when they're talking. We're not going to do things that aren't professional. That's all we're saying. So anyway, I am done. We now have, Fanny will have 2 minutes, and Carlos will have the final 2 minutes.
I have a question. How would I go about addressing the board?
Motion on the process.
The way we're presenting the meeting.
On the process for this motion.
Well, we're following the rules of the gun, which are set in our bylaws, and it's all that requires the entity.
So I'm asking, how would I go about to ask the question during this?
So, here.
So at this point, I would, she explained the process at the beginning of the meeting. After the last comments from the two last board members, explain again what's happening, what's going to happen tonight. And so she'll explain it. But in terms of public comment, right now public comment is technically over.
I just have a question.
Okay. So she'll go over the process when they finish meeting.
I'm just wondering if and when can I do
So, just real quick to answer your question. Earlier, we had public comment cards were put in after a certain time. We closed out. So, you're trying to make a comment now, or that's
All right, we're going to continue with our question.
Hola, my name is Fanny Ortiz. Buenas noches, mi nombre es Fanny Ortiz. Yo pedí la petición para que se remueva al señor Carlos Montes, porque desde que yo fui elegida para ser la tesorera del concilio, he entendido que eso por parte del señor me interrumpa varias veces en mis juntas de mi comité y al fondo que me grita, y yo me he quedado callada hasta esta última vez que tuve un miércoles en octubre 14, que tuve el poder de decirles que se callara y que me dejara de interrumpir y que me dejara seguir adelante con la política. I'm going to say now that since October of last year, I was elected to be the treasurer of the neighborhood council, and since then, Carlos Montes has been harassing me in my budget finance committee meetings, to the point that he takes over my meetings and doesn't allow me to speak. And up until last October 14th, 2 weeks ago, I had the courage to tell him to stop interrupting me, or else I was going to have him reduce the meeting. And there was witnesses in the meeting, Rafael and Phillip, delPozo. So I just wanted to reiterate, I'm not going to remove the proposal to remove them, only because I believe that women should not be treated as a second-class citizen, and this is what it's about. It's not personal, because I do admire all the history that he has, that he's done. But aside from that, he has no right to humiliate me or anybody on the board. Thank you.
First of all, I'm stuck with these meetings. They're going to do a reverse. First of all, whenever I've attended any of the committee meetings, I always raise my hand. They ignore me. They ignore me, you got to speak up a little bit, right? I have a right to go to the Planning and Language Committee meetings. I have a right to go to the Treasurers Committee meetings. Fanny Ortiz held a meeting on a Monday, announced to the community the meeting was on Wednesday, on September. I had people come to me as the former president complaining to me that they came to the meeting here, there was no meeting, they couldn't get in. So she made a mistake. She made many mistakes. So I tried to help her out when I was the president, right? October, She had a meeting, had no quorum, had to have another meeting, right? I went to the meeting, I raised my hand, I indicated to her that 2 people had informed me that they had turned in neighborhood purpose grants to please go to the desk and sign it. And she refused to hear me. She said I was out of order. I raised my hand. You know, I did not harass you. Actually, you harassed me. You shut me down. I have a right to go to the meeting and do stuff. Right? On the issue of the charter school, Stephen, first of all, you, when you were first elected, you did a public comment and advocated, and specifically stated you weren't for charter school and support charter school. All I was doing, writing an email to a couple of the board members saying, don't vote for the education committee. Nothing personal, it's just my political views. I did not disrupt the process, you know. And Marisol, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, these are political views, personal views that I express to people, right? I've gone to meetings of the budget committee, to the outreach committee. I raised my hand, you know. The sister over there, Nicole, shouted me down. I wanted to speak up, and she kept interrupting me. Did I file charges of harassment or interruption? No. I just speak it out. Yes. At the budget committee meeting, I tried to speak out. You know, I can go on and in closing, I was a strong activist woman right all my life. So, you know, sometimes, you know, I'm the one that's being harassed and fired.
We are going to entertain a motion to send the findings to the city attorney. I will take a vote from...
Call for the question now. Point of order.
Is there someone willing to make that motion? To send the findings to the city attorney? Anthony?
I'll second it.
Okay. Clarify what I'm sorry. The motion is that we are making a motion for all of us to agree to send the findings to the city attorney for her to review whatever has been said at this meeting, if it applies to the findings that were in that petition. That's the only thing that this board is going to vote on or consider or evaluate, are what was stated in the petition. Okay? Okay, and then, I don't know which will answer her question, but once the city attorney has found that these findings are relative to the petition and they do pertain, follow our bylaws and the guidelines that are set, then we will have the vote next month. There is no voting on this petition today.
Do you guys understand what's going on right now?
We are all we're doing right now is agreeing to send the comments made to the city attorney for review. If she finds that they do apply, then she will give us the okay to have the vote at the beginning of next month's meeting for the removal of the board member. Okay, so we're going to take a vote. Now then.
Tonight, the board, again, just to reiterate, also just to make it clear, tonight the board is not voting to remove the board member request. That's not simply to agree to send this to the city attorney's office for their review, and the city attorney will take a look at the information provided and advise the board, yes, there's enough information here, or there are grounds for you to then take the actual vote on the removal. So if that is the case, the board will consider that vote at next month's meeting. So per the bylaws, Carlos. The bylaws allow you as the board member in question to defend yourself and make comment against the allegations, accusations made against you. But the bylaws also say that in this case, the vote is going to be taken by the other board members, as well as next month, should the board proceed to vote on the motion to remove. Okay, so just wanted to make it clear that according to the bylaws, all the board members, except for you, will be the ones voting on this matter.
Yeah, for clarification, the bylaws specifically state that for board member removal, two-thirds vote, and then there's a removal that can't vote. It's not that unusual spending this for city attorney. Is it?
Just to stay with the process, the general process in the bylaws, we're going to stay to that. I understand what you're saying. The thing is right now, the board presented the issue to the committee and to the rest of the board. Should the board decide that we don't want to send this to the city attorney, they will advise it to the city attorney, and the city attorney will then review. So basically, this is sort of if you will, a preliminary step in the process. And so we just want to stick to the same similar process of who gets to vote. Okay, so you follow the, I follow it, but I don't agree.
Okay, so noted. Okay, I want to take a...
I got a point of order.
I'm sorry,
Why isn't he allowed to vote?
Okay, I just explained this, so
No,
the voters
out of
the board.
the Robert's rules.
Okay, we are going to take the vote. If I can have those.
He is a board member. Why isn't he allowed to vote?
Okay. At the next meeting, it'll be a 2/3 vote. This is just a majority. Yes. Okay. All those in favor of sending?
Vera, yes. Rafael Chagoya,
Yes.
Beatriz Ochoa, no. Fanny Ortiz, yes. Almanza,
Yes.
Nicole, yes. Marisol Sanchez, yes. Garcia,
No.
Ojeda,
No.
Margarita, Amador, no. delPozo,
Yes.
Diaz,
No.
Montes, delPozo, no. Ocampo, Soto,
No.
Yes, no. 8 no.
So 7 yeses.
Yes. 8 noes, 7 yeses. Okay, so the board has voted not to proceed. So we will not be going forward on this, is that correct?
We'll vote for the city attorney at the board's vote, but I will definitely offer the department's support, also
At the Diaz de los Muertos event, 2 events, we passed about 300 flyers to inform the community about construction and other updates. So please grab one and follow the instructions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next one we have is Peter. Pete from the park.
Pete from the park. Hi, my name is Pete Shore. I'm the director of Boyle Heights Sports Center in Boyle Heights. I petitioned last year to get $1,300, well, actually $800. I was supposed to get $500. I got $1,300 for employees who were not allowed slides in the city for our holiday giveaway at Christmas. I just wanted to say this one thing before I go on. That's when Fanny first started. Carlos and Fanny worked together to get this thing back. Okay? That was a year ago. But anyway, so can that. I'm asking for $1,500 this year because the $1,300 we ran out of girl toys really fast last year. And so I want to buy more girl toys, more guy toys to save because we ran out at the very end of the guy toys. And usually it's like 75-25, so that's what I bought last year. But then I bought frozen items, you know, that movie frozen, and the girls just came like crazy. So I want to buy more girls toys to make it a little bit more equitable, you know. So that's why I'm asking for $1,500 this year. And I think it's over. I just wanted to find out the things.
And that ends our general public comment. The next is discussion of topical.
Point of order, I submitted a public comment part 2.
On what number?
Number 5.
I think I did too. Okay. Here you go. Sorry about that.
Thank you for the comments. Good evening again. My name is Scott Johnson. I'm speaking on behalf of the Park Preservation Coalition. A question to ask: when is the project during prior motion was issues constructed for board work? Recently, the Hallback CPAP in August voted 10-1-1 to support USC not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 alcohol licenses for their high hotel complex. Questions: did this body ever get a chance to review information from USC stating that they wanted 4 alcohol licenses in an already sensitive over alcohol impacted community? Second, 2 members of the body sit on CPAC, Vera, delPozo, and Margarita. My comment time, I will speak. Thank you. Did you vote in support of alcohol licenses, usurping the role of your board to have a say on that matter? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. Alma Ramirez.
Good evening, board members. There we go. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of you for the hard work that you put into this. And it's never ending, and I know it's on your volunteer time. So thank you very much. It's a hard job that nobody wants to do. And thank you for trying to do the best for our community. I'm here because I'm here to petition. I represent 300 full volunteer kids and about 1,000 parents in our Royal High School PAC organization. I submitted in April a MPG application. For whatever reason, I never received a response, whether it was accepted or not, and to my dismay, I heard that it had been thrown out. So I would like to, for you board members, to revisit that application. It was funny because one of our board members, the owner, said, maybe if we disband the entire organization and we reorganize as a criminal gang, maybe we'll have all kinds of money coming into our organization. You guys gotta rethink, this is the youth of Royal Heights. These are our future leaders, these are our kids that live here in Royal Heights, and I'm here representing them on their voice. And please, again, reconsider that MPG grant that was approved. It is on the minutes, it was on your agenda. I did